Welcome to Letters from America, a road trip podcast searching for the Swedish footprint in the United States. I'm your host, Martin Wern, and today I've parked a Volvo in Greenwood in Brooklyn. And with me in the Airstream is Oskar Stenmark, a musician from Gothenburg in Sweden that's been living in Brooklyn for about 12 years, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
I need to ask the first and obvious question. How did you end up here, playing music in Brooklyn and New York?
Well, I'll try to make this story towards the shorter version.
We got time.
We got time. Okay, so medium, I suppose. Well, first of all, it's kind of an interesting place we're at today. This is one of the oldest cemeteries in the city.
Yeah.
With a lot of history, and this being the 250th anniversary of America, it's a special place to be, and it used to be super rough. I've heard stories about this place, and the British and the Americans fought there.
Yeah, it has a violent history.
A very violent history. Yeah. My history is not as violent.
No, I hope not.
But it's more towards the theme, and the red thread is obviously music.
Yeah,
because music has been a part of my life ever since even before I was born, I would say.
What do you mean by that?
My mom attended a sort of like an organ recital, a concert, when I was still waiting to come out.
Yeah.
And there was something about the organ that made me, I don't think I liked it. And I was kicking a lot, and the water broke inside of the church.
Oh, really?
And that started the whole, that's what got me started coming out to this world. So music has always played a very...
You kickstarted in a way to music.
Definitely.
Wow.
I just wanted to come out, you know. I still, and I don't know if this
You came out with, I can do this better.
something, yeah. Organ still gives me chills, like maybe not in a good way. Sometimes I get a little bit scared or I get this uneasy feeling.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe it started in there.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, that was the beginning.
Yeah.
And fast forward, I went through all the Swedish music schools, and you had to play recorder in the beginning. 1 year of that, and then you're ready to, okay, I think I survived. Let's move on to the next step. And that was for me, playing the trumpet. It stuck with me. Yeah. Just the mobility, portability, you can bring it to
but the trumpet is
it's just a two-step. You put the mouthpiece in and the horn, and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
And so that's a great part of the instrument. It's so easy to get set up.
Yeah.
Playing it is a different thing. It's hard, obviously.
Yeah. This was your first real instrument, so you must have been like 10 when you did that?
Well, my dad is a percussion player and a drummer, and my mom is a singer and a vocal coach and choir director. So obviously I started with the basics, melody and rhythm from my parents. And then when it was time to choose an instrument of my own, that's when the trumpet came in.
But you're very young at that age.
I think I was 7 or 8.
7? Oh,
yeah.
It's been following you your entire life in a way.
I would say so, yes. And so then fast forward going through, the high school, gymnasia, maybe upper secondary. I don't know what they call it here, but it's not exactly the same. But and then I went straight to the University of Gothenburg to do my bachelor's degree in improvisation.
Okay, musical improvisation.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we're kind of improvising right now.
Yeah.
So you can apply it to many different...
How do you study that? Because it's in the nature of improvisation that you're not prepared, right?
Yes and no, I would say. I would say that the preparation is the biggest part of an improvisation. Because when you're in the situation, when you start improvising, all the things that you have prepared, either it will come out or it will not. But you have to kind of forget about everything you've learned, whatever you had for breakfast, did you call your mom, or all of these things. Forget all about it. And
yeah, but I didn't mean that you were not, practicing or talented or doing that. But the improvisation is an open field.
Yes.
So you are well trained, but you're not prepared of what's going to happen. But you got an arsenal of sort of talent that you can pick from. Right?
Yes, exactly. And I like that you prepare for the unknown, maybe. And once you're in that room, I played a show where the power went off, the lights, and I was closing my eyes. This was at the University of Gothenburg, and played with a Chinese musician. We did something, we hadn't planned anything.
No.
And I was closing my eyes, and when I opened them, it was all pitch black. But we kept playing because music we don't need light to play. We can
Especially
still
if you
do
know
it.
your instrument also.
Exactly. So, a lot of these memorable things for improvisation, you just don't know what's going to happen. But if you are prepared for as many outcomes as possible, I think you're better off.
Will this lead up to how you ended up in Brooklyn?
I would say so, yes, because the University of Gothenburg had a lot of scholarships that you could apply for. And one was to go to Cuba, to Havana.
Oh, wow.
And I spent 4 months there, sort of my first time out of Sweden, really, a longer time. And that set me up for getting a good perspective on, Sweden. It started to rain, huh?
It's starting to rain.
Yeah, how beautiful.
Yeah, we're good. I need to close the door.
Okay.
So, we just got rainfall, a surprising rainfall. We talked about improvisation, so we're improvising now. I closed the door. It's a little bit darker, but we're fine.
Yeah, it's nice.
We're not going to get wet.
Brooklyn cozy.
Brooklyn cozy. You were in Cuba.
Yes.
Yeah.
I went to Cuba on a scholarship from doing my undergrad bachelor's degree. And Cuba, like Havana, is the capital of salsa music.
Yeah, I can hear that trumpet also.
Yes, it was a great place to learn music and technique and meet people that don't have as much as you do, and they don't have the privilege and the background, as a Swede coming there with your passport, and you take a lot of things for granted.
Yeah.
And that was a great wake-up call, just to see, okay, Sweden is a beautiful place, and sometimes we do live in a bubble of well-being, and privilege, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's nice to go.
But you need to see the other side of that to appreciate where you're coming from.
Exactly.
That's a lesson that we need to have. I think you can't be. Nobody can tell you. You need to experience it.
I think so too. And not be bitter about it and be like the world is a terrible place, but just to know and to be, okay, this is what it is. But so that obviously led me to chase what is the next place? What's the next step if I want to do music? And the only answer is New York City.
Why is that? Because
this is the capital of a lot of things.
Yeah, but you got Paris, you got London, you got New Orleans, you got Los Angeles.
That's true.
Yeah.
All those...
Chicago.
Berlin. A lot of Swedish musicians live in Berlin.
I'm not dissing New York City because it's a marvelous place. It's not that, but it is also by any means it's a complex city, so it's not an easy approach to
it. Yeah, and with housing, with just cost of living. But I would say there is no other place that is so concentrated with musicians that live in the same city, and they're out touring a lot, all these really big names, but they call New York City their home.
Yeah.
And that there's no other place that has that amount of people and talent, and in every field. If you are really good at something, you want to go to New York and meet other people that share the same vision as you do.
But for those who are interested in doing that, because New York it's like the biggest city in the world. It's the melting pot of the world. But that also makes it quite crowded. And there's a lot of people with that same aspiration that want to do, because this is the place to be. And you've been here now for 12 years. And I know you're playing. I've heard you.
Yeah.
You're very talented, and I really like what you're doing. But still, you need to enter something. So what advice would that be to anyone coming now? How do you enter a city like that? How do you sort of break that thin layer of reaching out and to get connected?
Well, coming from Sweden, and I have American citizenship now.
Oh, yeah.
But I was born Swedish.
Yeah.
So, and I was thinking about this in the beginning. What is the easiest way to stay here for a while?
Yeah.
Because you need to just be here.
You need time, you mean?
You need time.
Yeah.
Going to school is one of those.
Oh, yeah, because that builds a network.
Builds a network. It allows you to stay. Well, I could stay for 3 years on the same, more or less the same visa. So that was the easiest way. You know, obviously, you have to pay money to tuition to go to school here, but it begins the process.
Oh, so that is the main, to find something that you can stay for a longer period, whatever that might be, and that also includes networking of like-minded people. That is sort of the starting point.
Yeah, it buys you time.
Yeah.
To connect.
But what was that feeling to come from Sweden? You've been abroad, you've been traveling, you had a little bit of a wake-up call living in Cuba.
In Cuba, yeah.
Yeah, and then you came here as a young, aspiring musician.
As a 24-year-old musician, yeah.
What was that like?
I mean, I will never forget seeing the skyline the first time. And I still get that feeling when I come out of the subway sometimes. I look up and I'm like, wow, this is, what a place.
Yeah.
And that's mostly referring to Manhattan.
Yeah.
Or the city, as they also say. Just the amount of people that are there every day, and all these layers of subway, the streets, skyscrapers, and all the talent. It's just this energy. Also, people that are incredibly wealthy, that somehow appreciate art in a different way because they can afford to do it. If you're a working person, you know, you're a janitor or you're a plumber, or maybe there's no time. You have to work 2-3 jobs to make everything work out. There's no time to enjoy art.
No. Art is a luxury item.
It is a luxury item. So there's always this balance of who is art for and who do I play for. I had all these things in mind when I applied to go to Manhattan School of Music, because that's the school that I auditioned for, and I got accepted with some help, some connections. That helped me get an audition, and then I had to travel here to do the second.
So you audition on site to get.
The first round was a tape audition, so we sent it in. Second round was live. It's a long process, but eventually I got the letter of acceptance, admission, and you're good to go.
And that was 3 years in school here?
Only 2.
Only
to
2?
Get my master's degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you're performing also. I know that in different constellations, right?
Yes, it's just a lot of different, because that's the only way to exist here.
Yeah.
You can go to Broadway and you can play a show. In the classical world, you can audition for a symphony orchestra.
Yeah.
And as a jazz musician, I mean, you just have to be ready for anything here. Whatever's on the bandstand, be prepared. And I think like we discussed the preparation, I am prepared because my dad played us a lot of different types of music when we were young. He's a world music drummer, percussion player. So we had all these records from, Colombia, Haiti, West Africa, Arabic music, like everything. It was all a big mix. And that prepared me a lot to make it here, And it's not an easy place. I'm still texting, calling, emailing. It's just, the admin side of things.
To sort of apply for job, or just to tell the world that you exist in a way. Is that?
I mean, social media is one of those things. I exist, and I try not to spend too much time.
No,
on
but
there.
That's how
but
the
it's
world
a part
looks
of
today.
yeah, exactly.
You have to tell the world that you exist each day. In a
That's
way.
why I bring a camera to a lot of my gigs.
Yeah.
I don't have to actually sit down at a studio and make all this content. I don't really like that term, but whatever. Content. I'll just start recording and then I play my thing, and whatever comes out of that, I can use it.
Yeah.
Whatever, who the client or someone, they see, this is what you get. Like, this is the live.
Yeah.
And live music, if you want to be a studio musician, you could move to Nashville. Great place for recording music, obviously. LA.
Yeah.
And for film scoring and all that stuff. But to play live, I would say New Orleans is great.
New York
City.
But you mentioned your father, a musician. You mentioned your mother.
Yeah.
And there's a history.
It goes
way back. Right?
It goes way back. And the day of the big midsummer celebration here in Manhattan that the Swedish consulate hosts every year. And they have me playing to welcome the guests in. Some Swedish vibe, atmosphere kind of thing. And they also have this group of fiddlers.
From Minnesota.
That they fly in. And there's one man there, his name is Paul Dahlin.
Yeah.
He's the most prominent Swedish folk music. And he gifted me this poster that maybe I can show the camera, but also to you. Because my family, we traced back 10 generations of musicians, just fiddle players.
Oh, wow.
Back to mid 1700s, without doing DNA or anything, just by reading,
by records.
Yeah, and our family comes from Rättvik, Dalarna. Dalarna is the place where all the music comes from. So this is a poster of a
1956.
tour. Exactly. That my grandmother went on. They even filmed it. So I have all this footage from 1956, which is now...
Of the tour with that...
With a group of fiddlers.
Rättviks Spelmanslag.
And they still exist.
Tour of America.
Yeah.
In the year of 1956.
So Paul Dahlin found this
poster. And it's
poster.
a hand-painted poster.
Yes.
That's just amazing.
And there's space here at the bottom.
Yeah.
So you can put the different
And he had
dates.
this?
He had this and he gave it to me. That's 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
Because I have the footage and I have a lot of I have it's the manifests, the boat, because they went from Gothenburg 2 weeks at sea with MS, if it was Gripsholm or Stockholm, one of those ocean liners. So I have their manifests. I can, I have so much
And have you seen the movie, the film?
Yes.
You got that too?
Yes, I have the footage.
Wow.
And sometimes when I play live, I will project it onto a screen and play with that as the background. And there I have my grandmother. Her name is Elsie. She's still alive. She lives in Gothenburg.
She was in that.
She was in this.
In
she
that
was on the
movie.
tour.
She was on the tour.
Yeah, 17 years old.
When did you find this out? Was this now in adulthood, or did you know about this? Has the dream of America sort of been waiting there for generations in you?
Well, she's always told me about this, and especially when I started coming over here, I got more familiar with the music, and it was a part of. I think I had a missed assignment at University of Gothenburg. They told me you have to do a concert. And I was like, well, what should I do? And then my dad has all these recordings of our ancestors that he taped back in the 60s.
Wow.
So Elsie, there's a lot of names here. Elsie's dad, that's my great-grandfather, Hans, and his brother Olle. And the last name is Börjes, which is sort of our family name. And so they were riksspelman,
Yeah.
which is the term for, that's the highest.
That's the
you know,
highest in folk music.
Yeah.
That's the highest achievement you can get in Sweden,
In
because
Sweden.
you need to pass several tests. It's an extreme challenging title to receive.
Yes. And so they were both riksspelman.
Yeah.
You have these
That's
records.
that's quite good.
It's a big deal. They were
Quite good.
well, they were famous from radio and TV. That was sort of their catchphrase.
Yeah.
There's a very famous recording called Bockfot, a Swedish folk album that is recorded live in maybe at Mosebacke in Stockholm.
Okay.
They play at least 2 songs from Olle Börjes. So that name means a lot to Swedish folk, the Swedish folk scene. And yeah, so obviously you can see the ship, the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
If we look out the window here, we can see the Statue of Liberty. I can see it from my rooftop.
That's a full circle.
It's a full circle. We didn't have a lot of people who came here. Most of our family stayed. But it's a really interesting story. And also that I was able to connect with the Dahlin family in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Because they are, I think he is the 3rd generation. And they play the same songs. We know the same songs.
Yeah.
That me and Elsie and my mom and all these people know. I have the recordings.
Can I hear?
You want to hear? This is a polska. We'll see.
This is from your grandmother.
This is recorded by my dad.
You can hold it up to the microphone.
I'll hold it up. This is Olle Börjes playing a polska that he.
So your dad recorded this?
Yes.
Okay. So this is history.
I would say so.
I have to say that I'm Swedish, and I have in all my life I've been appreciating this type of music. I'm not knowledgeable about the titles and all about, but the sound of it and the melodies of it. So even when you play a short thing like that, I get, I can feel I'm tearing up a little bit. I have to hold that back to be professional in a way.
For the sake of the...
Yeah, but there's something about that. There's a touch of history that sort of strikes back through me when I hear that.
Yeah.
And I really love that type of sound, and it's a free tempo also of it. It's not like on a click. It's just free and alive, and the scale that he's playing back and forth is just, it's such an emotional scale. So I really, I can't feel more Swedish than that. I really love it. It's just amazing.
Well, that's great. And you're driving a Volvo. So
I'm driving a Volvo. So that's
pretty
it's
good.
a double Swede take. I really love that. How does that? Is this a new view of your own musical sort of skills? Do you feel that there's? I know that you're picking it up because I've heard you live twice. So I know that you pick it up a little bit. But is this something that sort of tilts you or pivots you in another direction when this sort of was presented to you?
Well, yes, because I have such a treasure of stories, people, music, all this coming together in my family. It's, I feel a responsibility, or as Americans love to say, a duty, to do something with it. Yeah. In my own way, because I
agree with that.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's closer to duty. Because if you got it, if you have the story, there's a duty for you to tell it.
Yes.
Because the story has been given to you.
Yes.
This is my belief. Yeah. It is given to you for a reason. So you're not the story. You're just a speaker. You're just a loudspeaker.
A vessel.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And a lot of musicians, they say that, whether you're religious or,
it doesn't matter.
Or not.
No.
Whatever you believe in, there's a higher power of just whatever music is, the vibrations that touch our souls, or
Yeah.
that's how I see it. I really believe in the vibrations that they can bring something out that you didn't even know you had, in a good way.
Yeah.
It's usually a good, music
yeah.
rarely does make you
If
feel
you- yeah.
mad or angry.
Yeah, and also that type of anger in music is, for me, I've never understood the criticism of, that type of angry music, because it's a release. So every release is a good thing also.
Yeah.
Even if the music is punk or angry or...
If you listen to hardcore metal,
Yeah, it's a release.
yeah, and a lot of people, it's just
It's
depends
great.
on what you got inside of you,
Yeah.
what's going on in there.
I usually, well, not usually, but sometimes in the car, just crank it up.
Yeah.
Some really hardcore head banging.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
I play some of that music as well.
Yeah.
Which also relates to New York City. You got to be able to play. One day I'll play this.
Yeah.
And it's hard to play this on a trumpet.
Yeah. But it would be quite interesting to hear that, because it's...
Well, I don't know if you have a CD player, but I will give this to you. This is the CD
wow.
of this music, my take on it.
Oh, wow. I appreciate that.
Yes,
Thank you.
of course. If you
put
can,
it there.
if you can, I'm sure you can find a way to listen.
Oh, that's
to
going to
it.
be tricky, but I'll find a way.
Yeah. Anyways, it's good music for road trips.
Yeah,
So
all right.
That's what you're doing. So, but one day I'll do this. The next day, we're recording a video and playing an old, let's say, Ozzy Osbourne, like Black Sabbath tune, or Led Zeppelin. Like, I play that as well with
your,
another band.
All right, with your instrument also.
Yes, but the trumpet is so versatile, which is perfect here.
Yeah.
And then you're playing a salsa gig.
Yeah.
And then you're playing in a church, maybe some classical music, some Bach, or, it's just extremely, you just got to be prepared for whatever they put on the music stand. All right, this is what we're going to do today. And that's the fun.
Being a trumpet player must be the easy. I'm not saying that the instrument is easy, but it's the easiest gig. I mean, you got your backsack. That's it.
Sure, I can show up with just my horn.
You don't have an amp. You don't have, a speaker system or...
When you heard me, the 2 times you've heard me, I've had to have a lot of equipment.
Because you're playing outside.
The solo thing.
Yeah, it's a solo thing.
But usually, I can show up with just... going on tour is quite easy. I don't play the harp or the tuba.
Exactly.
So yes, I'm blessed with the...
So speaking of history, speaking of... Oh, I'm gonna move this around.
Go ahead.
We are in New York.
Yes.
And you're from Gothenburg, which is here. And you've been in New York, Brooklyn, for 12 years now. Where is home?
It is New York.
Excellent. If I just draw a line out here in the blue, could you write your signature out there?
Yes, of course. Let me do that right now.
I got this for you as well.
But
and I got a lot of postcards here
Oh,
because I want you to use them.
Oh, thank you.
So if you were to write a postcard or a letter from New York to Gothenburg today, what would you say?
I would say see you in August because I'm gonna go back and see my family. You know, it's hard to be. Sometimes you feel like you're kind of in between.
Yeah.
Am I American enough for New York, or am I Swedish enough to be in Sweden?
Yeah.
But the music is the common denominator, and it makes it feel, you know, music is a universal language. We don't really need words.
No.
And that's
You
why
need tone.
Yeah, you need just a nice tone, beautiful melody,
A little bit
and
of beat.
some beats, something, and people will understand you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where you go.
But the letter was just see you in August. Was that the...
See you in August. I don't know. What would I say?
No, but I love that.
Yeah.
Because it came so, like, direct.
See you in August.
See you in
I'll
August.
have time to spend some time with family and friends and catch up and do the things that I want to do. A Swedish summer.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that.
Excellent, Oskar. I really appreciate that you took the time.
Thank you.
It's been a nice talk, even though it's raining.
Yeah.
But we're sort of safe inside here, so it's
We
fun.
are.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You have listened to Letters from America, a weekly road trip podcast celebrating the Swedish heritage in the United States. Produced in collaboration with the Embassy of Sweden in Washington, D.C., Volvo Cars USA, Volvo Trucks USA, and Airstream.